Hey friendo, Steve here. Welcome back to Wrestle Juice. So a couple of you asked me to predict every entrant in the Women's Royal Rumble, given that I've done that twice now for the men. This was originally on my schedule to do the Women's Rumble, but the initial Men's Rumble video didn't perform all that well. I was like, all right, y'all don't want to see it. Y'all don't want to see it. But then I did the other one that ended up doing like double the numbers of the first one. And I was like, maybe you guys do want to see it. So I don't know what you want. Regardless, I've got the list right here. In this video, I'm gonna predict every entrant in the Women's Royal Rumble in 2025. That happens in about 2 weeks, which means next week, I'm gonna do another video where I react to your reactions to this video and make any revisions based on people declaring for the Royal Rumble or people I might have missed in this particular video. Does that sound good? I hope so. I don't know what you guys want. Anyways, go ahead and dive into it. And by the way, I'm not going to be booking this necessarily. Maybe a couple little bits and pieces in terms of stories that can be told throughout the Rumble, but I'm not going to just book it like I did in that first video, because you know what? Y'all lost privileges. That's why. That's why, because you guys lost privileges, because when I did that, so many of you were criticizing, oh, you're just shoving a bunch of stories together. Of course I am. It's goddamn Royal Rumble. Whoa, I said I wasn't gonna say gosh darn anymore, so I'm not gonna do so. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm getting myself in trouble. Number one, Bianca Belair. Of course, she's gonna be in the Rumble. She's probably gonna have like most eliminations. Iron Woman, I think she's been in Iron Woman like 2 out of the last 4 years or something like that. In any event, I don't think it's Bianca's year to win it, but you always start out with like one of your more popular people. I don't know who came in first last year, but Bianca, I think, is a great choice for number one. And my number two, debuting as a WWE contracted wrestler, making, I believe, her second appearance in a Royal Rumble match, Jordynne Grace. Look, I would be shocked, I tell you, if Jordynne Grace did not sign with WWE once her TNA contract is up, given that TNA and NXT, WWE have formed this official partnership now, even if she doesn't like leave and sign with WWE, or even if her contract is still going, she can still appear in the Rumble. I think that'd be a lot of fun, actually, starting off with Bianca and Jordynne Grace. All right, I'm not gonna do the whole fantasy book and the rest of the Rumble thing, but those are my first two. Next up, a return, Asuka. Asuka has been gone for, I want to say like over a year now. She's got to come back at some point. I just feel like it's entirely possible that Asuka is going to make a big return to the Royal Rumble. The only question is like, what kind of Asuka are we going to get? Is she just going to slip right back into Damage Control? Is she going to be, number one, what they should do is bring back her original theme song, because that was awesome, and sort of like the fake version of it really doesn't really do much for me. If it was me, I'd say have her come back, not with Damage Control, but like feuding with, I don't know, any number of people. Asuka's return should be a big deal. I'm talking Triple H in 2002. Now that I think about it, Asuka wearing a denim vest with a leather jacket would be kind of cool. Number four, Candice LeRae. She's had a higher profile in 2024 than she has ever had in WWE main roster. So she's gonna be in the Rumble match. And I think there's also the possibility that Bianca is going to be blaming her, maybe, for the whole Jade Cargill thing, even though I do think it is the next person I have here, Naomi, Bianca's tag team championship partner. She's going to be in the Rumble too. She's usually known for doing the crazy cool shit where she narrowly averts being eliminated and then does something really cool and athletic to get her way out of being eliminated. So maybe she'll do that here. There's a couple other people, though, in this Rumble that I have booked that I think could fill that role as well. But Naomi traditionally has that spot. And plus, I feel like within about 2 weeks, around the time of the Rumble, they really got to get a move on this whole who attacked Jade Cargill thing. They might be stalling on it because Jade might not be ready to come back. And I feel like her return is kind of maybe a vital piece of that particular story. Anyways, next up, number 6, we've got Dakota Kai, the runner-up for the Intercontinental Championship. She didn't win. A lot of you were upset about that, but her consolation prize is having a good showing in the Royal Rumble. She ain't gonna win the thing, she ain't gonna be in the Final Four, but she'll have a good showing in the Royal Rumble. That Intercontinental Championship match, it was a good solid 8 minutes. After that, we've got Zoe Stark. Pure Fusion Collective haven't really seen much of the benefits of Raw going to Netflix over the past 2 weeks. She did go far in the Intercontinental Championship tournament, which is awesome. And I feel like she should have kind of a breakthrough 2025. Whether or not that means she'll have a good spot in the Rumble, I don't know, but she'll definitely be in the Rumble. She's a really fun wrestler. And at number 8, I've got her PFC partner, Shayna Baszler. Now I've got Zoe, I've got Shayna. I left one out. I left Sonya Deville out. Like, it's kind of a bummer. Like, since Raw moved to Netflix, I know they've had some promos during the United States commercial breaks, but like, we don't get those. I'm seriously thinking of investing in a VPN though, so that I can actually see and not have to worry about getting on their YouTube channel and figure out what the hell went on during the commercial breaks. So yeah, but I feel like, I don't know, if I were to choose 2 out of the 3 that were actually going to make it into the Rumble, it'd probably end, or who I think they would choose to make it in the Rumble, it'd be Zoe and Shayna. I don't think all 3 are going to get in, but I don't know, it's a possibility. Next up, number 9, the Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. She's going to make it in. Generally speaking, the mid-card champions, they all make it into the Rumble, trying to get that bigger prize. All right, next up at number 10, we've got the current NXT Women's Champion, Julia. Unlike with the men, I'm pretty sure last year, I think it was Roxanne Perez was the champion at the Rumble, and I know she was in the Rumble, although it might have been Lyra Valkyria, and I don't remember if she was in the Rumble last year or not. I've got a terrible memory, and I forgot to do that particular bit of research for this video. So yeah, I kind of feel like Julia, I mean, come on, she's going to be a major player. What a great way to sort of introduce her to the main roster crowd. Julia's going to be in the Rumble. Next up, Nia Jax. She's already declared for it. Of course, she lost her championship a couple weeks ago to the cashing in Tiffany Stratton. So Tiffany's not obviously going to be in this. In my original draft for this, that happened before the Tiffany cash in, but Tiffany's going to not be in this and Nia's going to be in it. She'll go far. She'll probably get like in the final 4, I'd imagine. Triple H really seems to love Nia Jax. Next up, we have Io Sky. I think Io's going to be in the final 4. And I think she has a good chance to win it. I'm going to tell you guys who I think is going to win it at the end of this video. But Io Sky, come on. It's like one of the most popular women's wrestlers on the roster right now, so of course she's going to be in it. Next up, at 13, Becky Lynch. I'm surprised she didn't show up at the Raw after Netflix, according to the reporting out there, has signed a new deal with the WWE, so it's just a matter of when. It seems like at this point, if they weren't going to do it at the Raw on Netflix, they're going to do it at the Rumble. Also, Charlotte Flair. I think there's been some reporting on her being ready to come back. Again, seems likely that's going to be at the Royal Rumble. Also, of course, Bayley. Bayley's going to be in the Rumble. I would love to see the 4 horsewomen have a bit together. 2 have been gone for a long time. One's been holding it down. The other one's in AEW, so you can get 3 of them all in the ring together having a moment. I think that'd be pretty cool. All right, next up, Ivy Nile. She's part of American Made. Sort of beefing up the roster at this point. Don't expect her to have much of a showing, but she'll probably be in the Rumble. Same with number 17, Zelina Vega. I know there's a lot of Zelina Vega fans out there. I like Zelina Vega. Again, she'll be in the Rumble. Probably not make a huge impact, but she'll be in it. Number 18, this is, I think, the person that could take the Naomi role, traditionally, of the person who does crazy, weird shit to stave off elimination, and that's Katana Chance. She is the American Ninja person, and she does all sorts of crazy shit. So I think it'd be a lot of fun to have her in the Rumble. So far, she's sort of the one who I'm like, I don't know if she'll make it in. Because NXT is stacked. There's all sorts of TNA talent who could be in the Rumble. There's all sorts of returns that could happen. Her athleticism and her creativity in the ring probably gives her a better chance than her partner. So, but I do have Caden. Wait, did I put Caden? No, I kept Caden out of this. Ooh, Katana's going to be in, Caden's going to be out. Number 19, Piper Niven, because Chelsea Green is going to come in a little bit later, but of course they'll do the thing where Piper sort of protects Chelsea from being eliminated, and then they'll end up getting eliminated together somehow, some way. But before all that happens, I've got a big return, Alexa Bliss. She has been gone forever, a very long time, but it's a new landscape in WWE. God, I think it's been a really long time that she's been around. So yeah, I feel like Alexa Bliss is going to have a huge return. Probably, I mean, I'd love to see her maybe feuding with Nikki Cross out of the Wyatt Six, because the Wyatt Six are doing like nothing right now. They've been moved to SmackDown. So maybe Alexa can be drafted or whatever, end up getting signed by SmackDown, and she can feud with Nikki Cross there. All sorts of history between them, and of course the fact that Alexa used to be running buddies with Bray Wyatt, and now that Nikki Cross is with the Wyatt Six, cool stuff could happen there. I don't know. They can write the story. All right, another big return at number 21, Nikki Bella. She was, of course, in the crowd there at the Raw on Netflix, and she's talked about having made up with the WWE, possibly coming back and wrestling some more. Would not shock me at all to see Nikki Bella in at number 21 at the Rumble. Not necessarily in at number 21, but in the Rumble. Number 22, Chelsea Green. And then number 23, Piper Niven, who, if we go by this list, is coming in a second time. So instead, I'm gonna be changing this on the fly. Kaden Carter, there we go. That makes more sense. Her and the Katana Chance, they can have some interplay there. And then maybe they'll get eliminated together. Maybe one of them will eliminate the other one. And maybe they won't get eliminated, I don't know. But yeah, I guess she'll be in it because I had Piper Niven in here twice. Number 24, Mi Chin. Boy, she's had a killer 18 months or so. She's been doing it on every single brand, putting on really, really fun matches. So yeah, Mi Chin, hopefully she's got herself a good Rumble. Number 25, I've got the current TNA Knockouts champion, Masha Slamovich. Of course, she just showed up on NXT. They've got that big deal going on between the WWE and TNA, officially signed paperwork to do stuff together. So Masha Slamovich, definitely gonna be in the Rumble. I could absolutely see that. Maybe her and Jordynne Grace. If Jordynne Grace is still in it by this time, again, not booking it. Don't know when they're coming in. They can have a little bit of a standoff. The crowd will start chanting TNA, and you know, everybody will be happy about that. Also, number 26, got Natalya. Can't have a women's Rumble without Natalya. Of course she's gonna be in it. Number 27, I've got Liv Morgan. Now that she's not champion anymore, makes all the sense in the world for her to be in it. Number 28, Roxanne Perez. Her call-up seems imminent. Her and Bayley talking shit to each other on NXT. I don't know if that's meant to lead to Bayley taking on Roxanne Perez at like Vengeance Day, perhaps in the main event, or maybe Roxanne Perez getting that soft call-up to feud with Bayley on main roster while she still does some stuff in NXT until she gets drafted. Regardless, she was in the Rumble last year, gonna be in the Rumble this year. That one's a lock. This next one, number 29, Stephanie Vaquer. Again, man, NXT just loaded up on their women's division, so I feel like the Rumble is a perfect opportunity to kind of keep on getting people's eyeballs on NXT, continue to build that brand because it's been doing very well since they moved to the CW. And the last one, number 30, Raquel Rodriguez. I know I probably should have saved a much cooler, bigger deal return name for that, but somebody's got to have. Liv Morgan's back, and that's Raquel Rodriguez. I have no doubt she's going to be in the Rumble as well, probably get eliminated by Liv Morgan. And then that's how it's going to happen. Anyways, there's my 30. Who's in the final four? Well, there's a couple of big returns, a couple of big names. I'm gonna go with Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Io Sky, and Liv Morgan. Maybe Jordynne Grace. Maybe Jordynne Grace is sort of a dark horse candidate to be in the final four, but my heart and head says Becky, Charlotte, Io, and Liv. As far as who actually ends up winning, I could see Charlotte winning and taking on Tiffany Stratton, but with Charlotte's resume, she kind of doesn't need a Royal Rumble win to take on Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania, because I think that's gonna be the match. So I'm gonna take Charlotte out of it. They teased this not long ago, and I think it could be a match of the night contender, and that's Io Sky winning the Rumble, taking on Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. So that's what I'm gonna go with. Io Sky wins the Rumble, big deal, and she takes on Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, and then, I don't know, probably loses there. But man, Io Sky is really cool. So I got her winning the Rumble. Let me know who you have winning the Rumble. Hey, who did I miss? Let me know, because I know you're probably gonna be like, oh, this person can't perform because they're injured. This person can't be in the Rumble because their contract says they can't be in the Rumble. So let me know in the comments below, and any big names that I might have missed, let me know about that as well. And then I can do another video where I adjust who I think is gonna be in the Rumble, and it'd be a lot of fun for everybody. There you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe. We'll see you guys around.